Hey, it's the Average Ride here, and welcome back to my adventures. So here I am, I'm just driving around. Anyway, this is a little different. Everybody keeps asking me, hey, you tow with the Bronco a lot, don't you? I'm like, yes, I even got the tow package from the factory, which was one of the 7 deadly sins originally, and I was still like one of the first people to get it, so I just lucked out. I really did. I was, in fact, the first person in my area to get one, so even got to drive it off the truck. Anyways, I just want to talk about the tow package. I just passed the 5,000 mile mark, and of those 5,000 miles, I'd say at least half of them were me towing my little camper. So my camper, without anything loaded in it, is about 1,500 pounds, and when I have all my gear in it, it's about it's right at the 2,000 pound mark, maybe a little bit more. So I'm not pulling real heavy with the Bronco. Since I do have the Badlands package, my maximum tow capacity is a little bit lower. So my maximum tow capacity is around the 3,350 mark, and I've not ever come close to that. Hey, another Bronco! I don't think they saw me though. But as for towing, getting back to towing, when I'm in the mountains, so the mountain elevation that I run is typically around 600 feet. I know, real high, up to about almost 4,000 feet. So I'm not getting into real high elevation. I do have the stick shift transmission, so that means I have the 2.3 liter engine, and I don't have a problem. Like I said, now I haven't really been maxing or approaching the maximum for weight, and I'm not at like real high, like Colorado altitudes. But even on gravel, really steep roads, it tows phenomenally. Like on the gravel roads, I will put it in the 4 auto or the 4 high, just for better traction. Even in 4 high on mountainous gravel roads, I forget it's back there. And in fact, I was going 25, 30 miles an hour on some of these roads, not around the corners. I mean, I got more sense than that. I mean, these are like single lane roads, so I'm not like, rallying the corners or anything. But if I can see far enough ahead and I'm comfortable with it, and I know there's nobody coming, nobody on the road, yeah, I've gotten up to about 35 miles an hour pulling my camper. That's just because I forget it's back there. It doesn't make a lot of noise. It doesn't bounce around a lot, and I just don't have any problems with it. So, but as for just like driving around town with the camper, I don't have any problems. I will say the mirrors could be, I mean, I don't know if you've just driven a Bronco yourself or not, but the mirrors aren't all that great. I think, like, they're huge, but for some reason I still have a hard time like seeing. I don't know. And maybe and I've kind of gotten used to them now. I mean, I've had this thing for 3 months now. I've gotten a little bit more used to them. But I know when I first got them, just that awkward placement, because it's just, I wouldn't say awkward. It's just a different placement for the mirrors than what most people are used to, because since they're not attached to the door, they're kind of pushed out a little bit farther. So it just gives you a slightly different perspective on things. And so when you're pulling the camper, it really limits your visibility. Like, so I've struggled to like especially in like your blind spots. Because I have the high package, I have the blind spot lights on my, instead of the blind spot mirrors on my mirrors. And I really kind of think if I had a lower package with the little blind spot mirrors, maybe pulling the trailer wouldn't be so awkward when I'm trying to look behind me. Because I have been in like 5 o'clock traffic in some major cities with the camper, bumper to bumper, 6 lanes, traffic type stuff, you know. And I'm trying to get over because I was in the far left lane because, you know, the road that I came in on put me there, and I had to get all the way to the right lane, and trying to get visibility to make sure the lanes are clear can be tough with these mirrors. But that's not, you know, that's not just conducive to the Bronco. I mean that's not just related to the Bronco. I mean, I think anything in this in the same realm of towing capacity as the Bronco is going to have that issue, because these vehicles aren't designed to primarily designed to pull trailers. You know, like it's not an F-150 or F-250. Those trucks are, you know, generally designed to tow things. So I don't think anything in this class is going to have a great mirror setup for towing. But so I would say that is the one drawback. When you plug in the 7, at least with the 7-pin connection, because my little camper has a 7-pin connection, Ford automatically disables all your like blind spot awareness thing. Like, so all your blind spot lights cut out, and all your little beeping things, like when you're backing up, it doesn't beep at you since you're too close, because you have a trailer connected, right? So it disables a lot of your safety features. So that's something to be cognitive about. But I will say that I do like that it comes, if you get it from the factory, it comes with a 4-pin and a 7-pin. Because I know when I was doing my pre-orders, when I sat down with the dealership, I kept that was my biggest question. I was like, hey, I know a lot of vehicles in this class only come with a 4-pin, but I have a 7-pin. If it doesn't come with a 7-pin, are y'all able to install that for me? And it did. It came from the factory with both. I mean, it was ready. It was awesome. So I think if you get it, the Bronco without a tow package, and then you go to your dealer for them to set it up, I think it is a little different. I see videos from like TFL off-road, or just TFL. I don't know which channel specifically it is, but they do a lot of the Bronco videos. And I know when they first got theirs, they had the first edition, and they didn't get a tow package because they didn't order theirs. They got theirs kind of donated to them, so they just kind of got whatever they got. And but I know they went to their Ford dealer who installed a Ford tow package, but it is not the legitimate factory tow package. And from what I saw in their video compared to what I have, they're very different, because I think theirs only came with a 4-pin, and even their hitch setup just looked different. I'm not sure, but something to be very mindful about. And I probably, this should have been topic 1, is that if you're going to get the tow package and you're going to tow something, even if you're just going to use your hitch like I do sometimes as like for your bike carrier, because since I got a soft top, I can't get a roof top. I don't have a roof rack. So when I go mountain biking, I have to put my hitch carrier bike rack in. And even if you're not planning on towing and you're just using the hitch carrier or the bike carrier, you have to have a hitch extension or a carrier that has a long enough arm on it to where it clears your spare tire. It's funny because I was going through all the accessory books, a million times, like I'm sure everybody has, and I kept going, man, why are they selling all these extension arms for your hitch? Like, it should have dawned on me, but it didn't dawn on me until I literally slid my ball the first time. Like, I got my Bronco on Tuesday. I left on a Friday for a 10-day adventure across, like I said, North Georgia and Tennessee. As soon as I put that on, I quickly realized that I was in trouble, and I had to go back to the store and get a hitch extension. So I imagine if you put anything in your hitch and you have your spare tire on, you're going to have a hitch extension. And I think mine, I'll have to double check. I'll have to put it up on the screen. I think I got like a 12-inch. Because I think it slides into my receiver about 6 inches, and then I have another 6 inches out. So it's at least a foot. It might be 18 inches long. Like I said, I'll have to put it up here on the screen. If you don't get the tow package and you get a hitch installed either by yourself or by Ford, the dealership, I don't think they have all the nifty controls where, like, all the safety features. I don't think they turn off automatically. So that may be a good thing, because I pulled my camper with my Subaru for a year before I got the Bronco, and honestly, it has all the same safety features. And honestly, the camper maybe one time, triggered my blind spots signals, and that was because I was in like a very sharp turn, and I was going like 5 miles an hour. I was like, oh, hey there. Oh, no, it's just my camper. But like on the highway and stuff, man, it's so nice to have your blind spot sensors still enabled while you're driving down the highway. Like I said, your mirrors aren't helping you that much, especially when you're pulling a 13 or 16 foot trailer behind you. My trailer's extra wide, so it's actually, surprisingly enough, it's fatter than the Bronco. So I mean, driving down the interstate in the Bronco with my teardrop, whoo, I feel like a bulldog towing another bulldog. for gas mileage, I'm sure that's a thing that people are going to want to know. So like, when I pulled my camper with my Outback, so my Outback on average on the highway, I would get 25, 27 miles a gallon, driving interstate speeds around, between 70 and 80. And as soon as I hooked up my camper, everything dropped. I mean, I could barely, it did not like getting over 70 miles an hour, which if you're towing a little teardrop, you probably don't want to be hauling butt anyways. I mean, your gas mileage is terrible in the Bronco anyways. It's 17 miles to the gallon on my Badlands with my 33s driving. It doesn't matter if I'm driving 80 or 60, I'm getting 17 miles a gallon. City, highway, I don't care, I'm getting 17 miles a gallon. Now, in normal mode, but when I'm pulling my camper, I average the same as I did with my Subaru, about 14 miles a gallon. So you don't see as much drop off, probably because you don't have as much of an aerodynamic difference, because I'm still a brick in the wind, and this thing has a big enough motor to suffice. So that's like my 2 cents, my quick overview of towing with the Bronco. I'm gonna put a video out, like hooking my camper up and actually like towing with it. But I just wanted to get this out there and say, hey, look, these are the things that I've noticed, the quick and down and dirty. I'll go in some more detail in a later video. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. I know this is a little different than hiking through the woods, but I hope you get something out of it. Hopefully I'll see you on the trail. See ya.